What's up, guys? Absolutely Beast here, bringing you a couple races with the Renault RS17 on Forza 7. Nothing like recording more than half of a voiceover and realizing that you left the freaking menu music in there and you went between races because you're a moron and forgot to stop recording. So what's up, guys? Bringing you a couple races. This race, so first thing, I did turn off the HUD shake. Well, not off. I put it to normal, which is the middle setting. So I didn't turn it completely off, and I will certainly be leaving it on normal. It's much more bearable. I don't really know what off is, to be honest, because this really had no shake whatsoever. Yeah. And I do have simulation damage on, so you'll see me rewind once or twice, because I ended up getting in an accident. But I did end up damaging my car pretty badly. I switched to cockpit view later in the race, and I was actually looking for it when I did the first voiceover, and I found where I damaged it, and I didn't realize, because like it gives you a little notification on the side of your screen when you damage a component, and usually I'll just rewind it real quick. I mean, look at that guy just spin me out, dude. But in this case, I didn't notice, because I went to cockpit view, and it was I couldn't see it. I wasn't paying attention really. So this car is really epic. The sound is incredible. The handling and the speed are incredible. I'm really going to have to dial in a gearbox here pretty quick, because I really don't like it's an 8-speed. I'll probably just do a 7-speed. I was going to do a 6-speed, but I realized that's extremely limiting, and considering that these cars are much faster than what I was used to driving with F1. I'll definitely probably do a 7. Definitely probably. I'll do a 7-speed. 7th gear will be more like an overdrive type gear. But I'll have to get and do some testing with that, and I didn't have time today because I was doing some other things. So, yeah, I mean, it's epic. It sounds great. That's one of the things I didn't like about the Lotus in the last game. The sound is awesome. The violence of it I love. Really violent. I mean, you'll see right here, like, this is the roughest part of the track, and look how much my tires are bouncing here. I mean, look at this part. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. It's intense. Which is epic. So, yeah, so, oh, see, I damaged it right there, too. I didn't realize I damaged it right there, either. Man, dude. See how terrible that placement is? Look, it's right in the mirror. So I actually was wondering why I couldn't have made that right-hand turn. I actually thought to myself, man, it's probably because I wasn't paying attention. I didn't brake enough, and I was in too high of a gear. But now I realize I damaged it previously, and then I also damaged it on that one. I didn't realize either one of them. So, when you can hear the engine sputtering, listen to it. Right there, I noticed that it said damage 100%, go to the pits, and so I tried, but I didn't brake. I just thought I could like swerve over into the pits, and then I realized I only had a lap left. But man, is it terrible. So driving with the simulation on is nice for me, but I honestly think I might just turn it off now that I bought this car, which is the only car that I cared about getting, really. I mean, I'd love to get the Audi R18 and some other stuff like that, but I think I'm going to turn the full simulation off, because it actually will ruin me for like rivals racing. But that's something I wanted to briefly touch on. There doesn't seem to be a way to race the exact track and car setup that you want in rivals. I spent some time last night. I spent like 10 or 15 minutes trying to figure it out last night when I first bought this car, because that's what I wanted to do first, was go into rivals mode so I could race like 10 or 15 laps, and then I was going to bring you guys, like the last 5 laps or something. And I couldn't find out how to do it. There's only like 5 types of rival races you can do. One of them is like selected by turn 10. Some of them are like factory spec challenges, so the cars all have to be the same. You can't use any tunes or anything. And I was very confused, and so, because I didn't do too much research on it, all I'll say, and this second one is on Yas Marina. Much better race for me. I had some trouble at the beginning, getting up to the front of the pack. I had some trouble, and then just, again, kind of controlling the car, which is why I wish I could drive it for, 10, 15 laps in a race. I didn't have time tonight, otherwise I would have. But, I want to sit down and race it on a track that I'm comfortable with for like 10 or 15 laps so I can figure out, how it's going to behave. Because otherwise I'm just completely lost with it, and it's really brutal. It's extremely brutal. It throws you back pretty incredibly. And it's just constant shifting. I'm really upset with the 8-speed, so I'm going to change that. I'll probably do a 7-speed. I can't remember if I already said this in this voiceover or not. I mean, I'm getting, man. But I'd like to make a 7-speed. I'll have to go in and tune it. The 8-speed's a little much for me. The shifting's all over the place, and I can't stand it. I was going to do just a 6-speed, but realized those, you know, those were too, those gears were too, you know, would be too far apart. Not really work for this high-speed stuff. So, yeah, I mean, this thing's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Sounds great. Looks great. Looks incredible. I love the yellow lettering on the tires. I love those. And look how much I'm shifting. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. I can't wait to get on this car on some other tracks that I know. I mean, I know this track way better than I know that one. I've actually never raced that variation of Rio de Janeiro before. Not one time. So I don't know if it was in the other game even. That's how much I've not raced it, but I certainly haven't raced it before. And yeah, so this is pretty cool. I don't drive in cockpit in this one. I mean, I had enough of that in that last one. But so I'm gonna get back on there later tonight, I guess, and try and figure out how to do the rivals thing. I may not have a ton of time the next couple days, so I may, you know, I mean, I'll still keep bringing you races, obviously, and videos and stuff, but I may have to go explore in there and do a bunch of hot lapping a little later, because I was just end up having to do it in free play last night. And this one, I just went into a career race, went into like a career championship series, and I'm just sort of messing around. So I tried to buy the Porsche 959 that it gave me a $200,000 discount on, and it was like $250 or $260,000. I tried to buy it and it said I didn't have enough credits, and literally after I finished this race, it said to me that I had, like 255 or something like that. So I was so mad I didn't get a chance to buy it. But yeah, I mean, it's just, man, I don't know what else to say about the game. Everybody's making a big deal about the microtransactions. As selfish as it sounds, okay, well, first of all, I wholeheartedly disagree with how big microtransactions have become. I understand that it's something that, you know, basically has to be in the game at this point, and I don't mind them in the game, but the way they design them now, the way they make games, and the way they implement these microtransactions to just absolutely nickel and dime you for every last cent that you have, is really crazy to me. And the content that you get for your money blows. It doesn't matter what game you're playing, the content you get for your microtransaction money absolutely blows. And that's, you know, they're giving you the cheapest product they possibly can, and charging you a lot of money for it. So it's really just despicable what they're doing. But personally, in this game, since I got this car now, I honestly don't care in this game. I could take it or leave it. But like, I mean, that's selfish. But I did get 1 million credits gifted to me from Turn 10. I think that's their way of saying they're sorry for messing up the VIP thing, and they are changing that back up to the way it used to be with double credits. So anyway, thank you guys for checking this out. I appreciate it. Make sure you check back soon. Make sure you subscribe if you like my content. I'll be putting up another video soon. I'll see you guys another time. Appreciate it. Thanks. 2 take.